What if I told you there's a broken part of your beauty business that you're ignoring, and if you fixed it, you'd easily be able to scale to 6 figures? Well, I've done that twice. Once while we were closed for nearly a year in COVID, and even faster when we scaled our permanent jewellery business to 6 figures in only 6 months. We achieved this by implementing a simple system that I teach to beauty professionals, and there's a link in the description to work with me. So in this video, I'm going to explain how ignoring this one skill is killing your business and exactly how to fix it. So everyone knows that you need eyes on your business to keep it earning, whether that's through social media, advertising, or word of mouth. But then what? What do we do with the attention that our business has? Because likes, shares, and comments won't pay your rent. Sales will. So how do we convert that interest we've created through marketing and actually turn it into bums on seats? Well, I hate to tell you, but you're going to have to get really good at selling. And I know that that sounds slimy and forceful, but I'm going to make it really easy for you to understand, because sales is just helping people make a decision that's good for them. And trust me, you'll already understand this process because, well, it's just like dating. But just for fun, let's switch things around and imagine you're a single guy and you're trying to get loads of girls to go on dates with you. Girls, we all know how wrong they get this. And this is going to demonstrate to you where you're going wrong in your business. So in this case, the ideal outcome for you is getting as many girls to say yes to you as you can. So how do you do that? Well, firstly, it's going to be much easier to get people to say yes to you if they already know you and like you. So first of all, we're going to look at how you can easily get people to buy your services with the smallest amount of skill. So you've all seen rock stars who can walk into town and pick up any girl they want, right? They manage that because the work has already been done through their music and reputation. It's the same reason Kylie Jenner's new makeup sells out, even though it isn't actually that different to anyone else's. People already know her and love her, so when she releases a new product, people snap it up. So the best way to have a consistent stream of people buying your services is to consistently be building your brand through marketing so that people just become a really warm audience and just book in without you having to do any convincing. It's already happened through your content. When I stepped back from taking permanent makeup clients, I had people in my inbox in tears begging me to take them as clients. My reputation through my content had solidified me as being an expert, and the idea of not being able to have me broke the hearts. This would count as a warm audience. They're already familiar with you and what you do, and the warmer the audience, the less skill you have to get them to say yes. But are you a rock star or Kylie Jenner? Well, no. So what do you have to do if you don't already have an audience or a reputation? How are you gonna get dates? We get on the apps, baby. Here we go. We're gonna be finding dates on Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge. That's like getting people on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So if you're starting out in your beauty business, then trying to get customers is like trying to get dates on these apps. So when someone books a consultation or phones you or messages or emails you for more info, that's like a match. That's them saying, I like your photo, tell me more. How you behave after that match will decide whether they say yes or no, and it's an easy 6-figure system to learn. But get it wrong or miss out any of these steps and you're going home alone, baby. Asking people to buy from you is the pitch. It's like asking people for a date. So the pitch needs to happen at the right time. Don't put it out there too early. We all know what that looks like. Ooh, Gary, no. Oof, that'll have someone's eye out. So what does this process look like? I'm gonna break it down into 6 easy steps that you must follow to get sales, dates, whatever. And be aware that these processes start within your DMs and emails. But if you're doing actual sales calls or consultations, missing out any of these steps will negatively affect whether people say yes to you. This is really important. People aren't going to buy from you if they don't like you, so straight away you need to be building rapport with a friendly tone. This looks like general nice chit chat, asking them how they are and using a friendly tone. So this is your opening message on the dating app, but it needs to sound warm, but be careful not to shift the power too much by saying how excited you are to talk to them. Stay in control of the conversation. Nobody likes a needy guy, right, ladies? The second part of the process you really need to nail down quickly, and it makes sure you stay in control and guide them to a decision rather than just endless yapping going nowhere. Remember, we want dates, not a life story.
Well, it all started with my auntie, and then she lived in this house. It was a really nice house, and she had a dog, and I really, really loved that dog. And then the dog died. It was just really hard.
So we need to add a framework to the conversation. So the purpose of this call is to find out what you're struggling with your brows. And if we both feel like I can help you with this, we can look at taking the next steps. Sound cool? I'm clearly laying out where this process is going to go and that I will be expecting a decision if I can help them. But I might not want them. Remember, people like to be led, and I don't mean physically.
Nice collar and lead, Danny. Woof woof.
And then we go into the next and most crucial phase. This is where we get to know our potential date and find out whether we can help them. Find out whether we want to go on a date with them. If we don't do an accurate discovery, then we won't know whether we're compatible. So what does that process look like? We want our potential clients or dates to feel listened to and understood. And we do this by asking questions. Lots of questions. Now, this shouldn't feel like a rapid fire interview.
If you could travel anywhere, where would it be? Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? What's the scariest thing you've ever done? What's your favourite planet? Would you rather be able to fly or be invisible? Who's your favourite Spice Girl? Why is it not Jupiter?
But rather genuine interest. We need to ask the right questions to see if we're a good fit, but also to remind them of the negative situation that they're in so they feel compelled to get with us to get away from it. In the discovery section of a sales call or consultation, you should be asking questions and then shutting up and listening. Get this wrong and you'll make no sales, I promise you. This isn't for you to talk. This is entirely for you to find out more information and see if your product or service can help. I once went on a date with a guy who was so beautiful. He was also really nice and charismatic. He had everything going for him. By the end of the day, I asked him what was the most interesting thing he'd found out about me, and he thought about it and he couldn't answer because he talked about himself all evening. People want genuine connection and to feel important. You want people to say yes, then make it about them. So what does that process look like for you? So let's think about a permanent makeup consultation. You would say, so tell me a bit about your brows. What are you struggling with? How long have you had this problem? How does that make you feel? And then you listen and you write down the answers. Take notes because you're going to need these answers when you offer a solution. Make sure you also repeat these problems back to them so that they know that you've understood. And also it reminds them of the painful situation that they may be in that you have the solution to. Got it. So it sounds like you're struggling with getting the symmetry right and it's eating into your day every day. If you pitch to a client that you're going to give them lovely, thick, bushy brows and that their fear is that you might make the brows too thick, then you've just lost the sale. Listen, listen, listen. The more they talk, the more chance you have of closing the sale. So we've listened to our client, we think we're compatible and they're not a needy psycho hose beast. It's time to get a date nailed down. This is where we ask for the sale by showing them what we have to offer. And this is where we need to refer back to our discovery section so that they know that we are the answer to all their problems. There's no point showing them a whole heap of features they're not interested in. Also paint vivid pictures of what life would look like when they have that solution. People don't actually want the product, say a tattoo on the face. They want what the thing will do for them. Allow them to look younger and feel more confident. So in the pitch, we make our offer fit their problems. And that way, if you're priced higher, they're still more likely to buy from you because you're high value to them. You're the one that they want. This is where we show them how good we are and not before, Gary. So this is where you pitch. You offer them your service and when you tell them the price, you shut the f*** up. Don't fill awkward silences or you'll instantly give all that control that you've built up away. Studies show that if you talk after you've dropped the price, the likelihood of them closing drops dramatically. On a high ticket coaching sales call once, I stayed quiet for a whole 2 minutes after dropping the 10K price. I said nothing and it felt like 10 years. She got a card out on the call and she paid in full. Shut up and wait for them to speak. And if they say yes, hooray, it's a date. Digits out equals clothes off. That's what we call a close. But what if we don't close straight away? Well, if not, we move on to the next section, and this is where you actually become a great salesperson. People aren't always going to say yes straight away. You may have to work a bit for a date. People are going to give you objections. I'm washing my hair, I'm tired. If you want to get people to say yes, then you need to be able to handle objections. Common objections you're going to face selling your beauty services are price. I need to think about it. I need to ask my spouse. And here's how I handle them. Yes, I am expensive. My prices reflect my experience, the quality of products that I use, and the fact that you can rest assured that you're going to get the results that you want. It is a tattoo on your face after all. You do wear it every day. Sure, absolutely, I understand you want to think about it. It is a big decision. But when people usually say they need to think about it, usually they don't need more time, they need more information. I mean, you said earlier you'd already been thinking about it for 3 years. So while you have me on the phone, what information is it you're missing to make the decision? Totally get it that you want to talk to your spouse. But let me ask you this, what if he says no? A lot of the time, objections are a smokescreen and they're just not 100% happy with you. So use this section to nail down what the actual objection is. So I say things like this. So if no money was changing hands, how would you feel about the service? And if they say, oh, I'd snap it up, then price is the issue. And you can try other options like payment plans. But if they say, I'm still scared that my brows will look unnatural, then price wasn't their objection and you deal with the real one. You can't get everyone to say yes straight away, so do you give up and stay single forever? No, you check back in with people. People are busy and you need to remind them that you still exist and that you're an amazing catch. So having a follow-up system is vital. Keep messaging, emailing and reminding them that you're interested without being needy. Not now, Danny. This whole process should never feel like you're trying to coerce or manipulate people. If you feel a connection and know that what you have to offer could genuinely improve people's lives, then it isn't selling, it's serving. And if you don't believe in your product, then you need to fix that first, because if you don't believe in it, then you'll never get anyone else to. So much of this sales process can be covered way before you even get on a call. If people love what you do through your content and marketing, they become a warm audience and you have so much less work to do. So if you want to make life easier for yourself, then get your content up to scratch. And to do that, you'll need this video here.
Gary, you busy later? What?